Welcome back to our series on the Westendorp Pricing Model. In this video, we're going to tackle how to analyze the data you've gathered from the 4 key questions we covered in the last episode. This step is crucial for turning your survey responses into actionable pricing insights. First, let's recap what you have so far. Responses to the 4 key questions about what prices are too cheap, a bargain, getting expensive, and too expensive. Now, it's time to plot these responses on a graph to visualize your pricing data. We'll be creating 4 curves: too cheap, bargain, expensive, and too expensive. Step 1. Plotting the curves. To start, let's plot the too cheap curve. This curve represents the cumulative percentage of respondents who consider the price to be too low. On your graph, the x-axis will be the price points, and the y-axis will be the cumulative percentage of responses. As the price increases, the percentage of people who think the price is too cheap should decrease. Next is the bargain curve, which is essentially the opposite. This curve reflects the cumulative percentage of respondents who see a particular price as a bargain. As prices rise, fewer people will consider it a bargain, so this curve will typically decline as you move right on the price scale. Then, plot the expensive curve. This curve shows the cumulative percentage of respondents who find the price getting expensive but still acceptable. Unlike the first 2 curves, this one will start lower and increase as prices get higher, reflecting the growing discomfort among respondents with higher prices. Lastly, plot the too expensive curve. This curve illustrates the percentage of respondents who think the price is just too high. It starts low and rises steeply as the price increases, showing where customers start to completely rule out the product because of its cost. Step 2. Identifying key points. Once your curves are plotted, you'll want to identify the key intersections that provide insights into optimal pricing. The first important point is the optimal price point, or OPP. This is where the bargain and expensive curves intersect. It represents the most acceptable price, essentially the sweet spot where perceived value and affordability align. Next, find the indifference price point, or IPP, where the too cheap and too expensive curves intersect. This point shows the balance between people who think the price is too low and those who think it's too high. It often serves as a neutral price where perceptions of underpricing and overpricing are balanced. The range of acceptable prices is determined by 2 other key intersections. The lower bound is found where the too cheap and expensive curves intersect. This marks the lowest price that's still considered acceptable without being perceived as low quality. The upper bound is where the bargain and too expensive curves intersect, indicating the highest acceptable price before most customers are turned off by the cost. Step 3. Interpreting the results. Now that you have these points and curves plotted, you can interpret the results. The optimal price point is your target for maximizing customer acceptance while maintaining perceived value. The range of acceptable prices provides flexibility, allowing you to adjust pricing within these bounds depending on market conditions or strategic goals. Remember, this isn't about just picking a number in the middle, it's about understanding how your pricing fits within consumer expectations. The insights from this analysis help you avoid pricing too low, which can erode your brand, or too high, which can alienate potential buyers. In our next video, we'll discuss practical applications of these findings, including how to use the Westendorp model alongside other pricing strategies and real-world considerations that can influence your final pricing decisions. Thanks for sticking with us through this step-by-step guide on analyzing your Westendorp data. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and click the notification bell so you're alerted when the next video drops. If you have questions or need clarification, drop them in the comments. We're here to help. See you in the next episode.